everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, All Things Janelli. If you're a new subscriber here, I do all things bullet journaling, advice, art, digital art, you name it, this is on my channel. So if you're an arty kind of person, you like bullet journaling, you like advice, all those kind of things, please subscribe. Please follow me on all platforms. I'll have my Instagram, my TikTok, and my YouTube subscription linked all in my description. I'm really excited to continue posting on my YouTube channel again, and this is my September bullet journal spread, which is all about trains and sunsets. So you know me, I love a good old sunset, and I really like to do my bullet journaling, just go all out with my bullet journaling usually. So this is part of that process. Okay, let's get into September bullet journal spread. As you can see, I am doing a sunset, including all those purples, those pinks, those oranges, those yellows into it, because I really like a full sunset. If you were an OG subscriber, you would know that I've already done sunset theme. I did it in February. I think it was either last year or this year, I can't quite remember, but I haven't been on YouTube for a long time, okay? So just bear with me with that. But I will also link that video up there because I really liked how that turned out. So I was basically using myself as inspiration for this bullet journal spread with my sunset, and I wanted to incorporate trains as well because I have a new job and it is quite far away from home, so I'll be taking a lot of trains to get to my workplace. So I thought I would incorporate it as well because I really like to draw the trains and the interiors of trains, and you'll see how that all turns out if you continue watching as well. So now we're getting into the title part of my bullet journal. I originally wanted to do like a yellow kind of bubble writing kind of thing with a black background, but it didn't quite work out, as you will see in a moment. It just wasn't really standing out how I wanted it to when I put the black background around it, and the black coloring pencil kind of seeping into the yellow coloring pencil, so I just didn't really like it. I didn't think it stood out. I didn't think it kind of fit the theme that I was going for. So I decided to just cover the whole entire thing black, and then see if I could write over it in a white or a yellow gel pen. At first, it really did start to show through, and I kind of liked the way it looked. But unfortunately, as you will see now, it doesn't quite show up as well as I wanted it to. I did like the yellow because the yellow matched the yellow of the sunset, but unfortunately it didn't show as well as I wanted it to. So I just did my background in this nice navy blue at first to show the sign, and that the September sign was being held up by a kind of a structure, kind of like how boards on timetable trains are shown. That's what I got the inspiration from. Alright, moving on to the platform, top of the platform, I'm using my navy blue Prismacolor pencil to kind of fill that in, and I've got some yellow accents to kind of make sure that shines through. I tried to use colours that kind of complement the sunset theme with the oranges and the pinks and the purples quite a lot. So I wasn't really sure how to colour it in, and I wasn't really sure what colours to use for the surrounding areas. I just knew when I did this sketch that I wanted to do a sunset theme. That's all I knew. So when I drew out my sketch, and I used some inspiration from some Pinterest pictures on Pinterest of trains, and then I just used my own colours to kind of fill in my sketch. I wasn't really sure what colour I wanted to do any of these things, so these are all just what I wanted to do in the moment, which is quite unnatural for me because I kind of like to copy from my inspiration, the colours, and just kind of like go with the flow of that picture. So I'm just trying to be more independent with my art and trying to do things that I want to do rather than kind of copying what another artist has done quite a lot of the time. Because I use my inspirations quite a lot when I do my drawings and paintings. As you know from my YouTube channel, if you've been subscribed for a long time, I do a lot of copies. So I do a lot of scenes from Ghibli, I do a lot of Naruto scenes, anime scenes, that kind of thing, and icons as well when I do my digital art. So I don't usually use my own imagination quite a bit most of the time when I'm doing my art, just because I'm better at using inspiration rather than using what's in my brain, essentially. So look out for some more like individual work as well in the future. So I'm working a bit on my sketching now. So I have a little bit of a sketchbook that I like to do some sketches in. I might put that on my channel maybe when I have time. But for now, I'm just doing my September bullet journal. I had a few things hanging down from the ceiling. So we've got the kind of like the timetable board that I've got there that I'm outlining with black Stabilo fine liner. I really love this fine line. I've been using it for ages, and if you've watched a lot of my bullet journal videos, I mainly use this to do my black outlines and also writing in my to-do list and stuff like that. It's just the best fine liner I've found. I've used quite a few different fine liners, but that's the only one that I find is very pigmented, and I'm able to be very precise with what I'm doing. Next, I also have a building in the background. I wanted to incorporate some darker colors to it, so I decided to color it in grey and have some windows light up with like a yellow light inside. I found it really tricky to get this quite smooth, but I think it kind of related really well to like that rustic feel of the building and all kind of fit into my whole drawing at the end. Moving on to the train, I decided to kind of have this kind of pinky, yellowish kind of train. So I mixed a lot of different colors together. I wasn't quite sure how light I wanted this part, and I didn't really have much Prismacolor pencils. So I kind of mixed two different colors. So kind of a yellowy color and a pinky color together to make this nice shade. I'm not really sure what this shade would be called, but it's kind of a tan yellow that would adjust well to the pinks. And I tried to make this a little bit of an ombre into a lighter pink, that same color that I used to go over the top color. I think this all kind of worked out. At this point I was like, have I colored it the right color? Because I wanted to make the train gray, but I didn't think that would look or stand out in the picture that I'm drawing. And also because I made the buildings gray, I thought, oh no, I can't make this gray. So I made sure that I would use a different color. So I thought pink would be really nice. At first I didn't think it came out quite nice at this point in the drawing, but I think it turned out extremely well. And I really liked how the accents of the pink marker kind of added a dimension to the train and allowed it to look like it's zooming past, and the angle of it as well against the skyline was quite nice as well. And then I have the windows, and you can see inside of the train as well. So I kind of made sure to add in that grey accent as well to kind of align with the buildings, and a darker pink as well, and some kind of a pinky purpley colours to kind of just fit in with everything else. I really liked how it worked out. I also outlined a lot of it with a black Prismacolor pencil, just because I didn't want the harsh lines of the fine liner. I wanted to be a bit softer at the bottom, so that's why I used that as well. Okay, so after I did my title page, I decided to go on to my calendar page. I decided to do a smaller calendar page this time, just because I wanted to just write my events at the bottom rather than writing it in the tiny boxes and trying to fit everything in. At least I have a space at the bottom to actually write those in and be more relaxed about it rather than trying to fit into a small box. I know that at one point I was doing a 2-page spread of my calendar, but I thought that it would just take too much time. So I decided to do a smaller calendar this time round, and I think I'm going to be going on with doing that as I go on. So this is my calendar page after my title page, and I'm showing you how to do my title. I'm just using a black marker to kind of fill that in, that space behind it, and then I'm just gonna stick on some black card and then write Sept in the middle. Just because of the yellow gel pen wasn't quite showing up, so I decided to do it this way. I think it came out really well, but my white gel pen was kind of giving up on me a little bit, so it was a bit annoying to do that. Then I went in and I drew my calendar. I made sure to do a small one this time round rather than a bigger one, because I don't have as much events in September as I would usually do, so I just decided to do a smaller one. And I think it kind of is not too much, because I feel like when I do a bigger one, it's kind of like I'm doing too much pages per month, and it's just too much in my bullet journal. So just having it right next to my title page is a lot better. At the top here, I decided to do a train map. So if you're from London, you know that if you're taking a train, it shows where the train is going and the different stops, and then the train might branch off into different places as well. So I made sure to incorporate that into my spread to kind of match that train theme. So now I'm gonna, afterwards I do my calendar, my numbers. Make sure that you really check these numbers. I did it in pencil first to make sure that I don't actually screw up with it. So that's that. I then did my title for my events that I'm going to write at the bottom, and then I added in a Bible quote, because I usually do this for my spreads, and I did it when I started my channel, so I thought I'd bring that segment back. So I decided to write in Isaiah 65:17. So it says, "For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered or come to mind." So that just talks about how God is creating new things in your life, and you shouldn't think about the past or think about what has happened beforehand. And I think that really relates to this season in my life, where this is a new beginning for me. This is a new thing I'm doing right now, and to just be in the moment and be present with it and not remember the past. So that is my spread, my first part of my spread. Please stay tuned to the rest of the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow me on all platforms. So moving on to my next 2 pages of my spread before my weekly, I decided to do a habit tracker spread and a sleep tracker spread. My sleep, when I was working at my previous job, in my previous school, my sleep was just really, really bad. I wouldn't go to sleep very early in the night, knowing I had to wake up very, very early in the morning. So I want to kind of track that and see how I feel going to bed a lot earlier, and what times do I actually go to bed, and what's like my optimal sleep time. So I made sure to incorporate that. But on my habits page, I did the same kind of title as well, using my Sigma gel pen. And then I went on to doing my different habit trackers, which is working out, calorie limits, because I want to go back into a calorie deficit, journaling, trackers, healthy eating, and my 5 to 9 club. And what I mean by that is just like prioritizing my time after work and having that time for myself. Knowing being a teacher, a primary school teacher at that, you don't have as much time to yourself and you're kind of working all the time. So I'm kind of gonna try to be more good with my work-life balance this time round, and to not let that kind of seep into my own personal time. After I've done my habit trackers, at the bottom I'm gonna draw a train. So if you have watched a couple of my art videos, there was a train from Spirited Away that I actually drew and I painted with watercolor. I really, really love that painting, so I tried to kind of do a different version of it at the bottom, where it's not really a sunset but it's more on the water, and it's really, really nice. I feel like it came out really, really well. So as most of my subscribers know, is that I do a lot of Ghibli themed style kind of drawings and paintings, quite a lot when I started my YouTube channel. And if you would like to watch any of them, I'll definitely link some of my videos in the top, and I'm going to try to make a playlist, so anyone who wants to watch any of my videos that pertain to that, you can go and watch it on the playlist and just have a nice chill afternoon, night, morning, just watching it, because it's really relaxing. Even I go back to watch my videos at times sometimes, just because it's just so relaxing to watch drawing videos and stuff like that. So this is from Studio Ghibli. This actual scene is from there, and it's from Spirited Away, of the train on the water, and it was such an amazing kind of picture. I just wanted to recreate it in my own way. I used a lot of like oranges and reds in it and some blues to kind of emulate those sunset kind of vibes from my first spread, my title page spread, but also incorporate a train, which is part of my theme. So I really loved how this really turned out. It was kind of difficult to get the the water looking kind of wavy and kind of like an ocean with the Prismacolor pencils, but I think it turned out quite well. I really enjoyed filling in this tray with my markers and kind of blending them all together with some Prismacolor pencils, so that went a long way. I really enjoyed doing this one here. So after going in with my Prismacolor pencils and my markers on the train, I decided to do a little bit of a reflection into the water to kind of show that it was going through the water and give it some more dimension. I really enjoyed how the reflection turned out, and I just used all of those lovely horizon sunset kind of colors to kind of bring out that sunset again into there. And then I added in my fine liner to kind of make everything pop. I really loved this drawing. I wish I could do like a really big canvas one of this, especially with some watercolor included as well to get the waves and the water just right. But I really enjoyed it, and I hope that you really like this piece. Make sure you comment down below, which scene of the train did you like the most? Did you like the title page train scene? Did you like my habits tracker train scene? Or did you like when I go into my week 1 train scene? Make sure you write down in the comments so I can see which one you like the most. So finally, my last monthly part of my spread is my sleep tracker, and as I said before, I'm just going to do the title. I did all the numbers off camera simply because it's just a lot of work and it took me really long time to do, so I didn't want to bore you and just sit through me writing numbers. So that's what I'm doing for this part of the video. Now moving on to my week 1 of my bullet journal spread for September. I again am doing my title with my navy blue marker. Everything I use is going to be the description below. And then I'm using my craft paper again to do my title. This weekly spread, if you've watched a lot of my other videos, I kind of do a lot of drawings in my weekly spreads. But now that I have less time to do my bullet journal, so I've just incorporated one drawing this time and some space for thoughts and recap, because I think it's going to be quite important for me to recap and think about the week that's just gone by and what did I like, what went well, and what could I focus on more for the next week. I really liked my bullet journals week 1 spread. It was very relaxing to do, and I look forward to doing my other weeks as well. Let me know if you would like to see some of these on my TikTok, or you would like to see some of these on my Instagram. I don't mind filming some of these for you, but I think a lot of videos of my weeklies would be quite a lot on my YouTube videos. So this is the weekly I'm going to show you, but I will upload more spreads on my Instagram and my TikTok. Make sure to follow me there. That will be all down in the description below. And then last but not least, if you are someone who's a returning subscriber, you might be wondering why I was not posting for such a long time. I said I would update you in this video as I feel like it's necessary. I was working as a teacher. I did get a job, and I think I did talk about it in one of my last videos before I didn't post for quite a while. I was working as a teacher, but I wasn't having the best time. As most teachers will say, teaching is a really difficult job. However, the actual job of teaching was not what was causing me a lot of stress. It was more of the people I was working with. And I really do stand by, when you find this school, make sure you research, make sure you look into it, make sure you know what's going on at the workplace. I am so thankful and grateful to people who were there for me when I was working at the school, and people who were actually in my workplace that were really good friends with me, and really helped me for a really tough time. I'm hoping that my experience in my new school is so much better, and I'm just really praying and just really praying for a better experience, because I really love my job. I find being a teacher one of the best things I've to ever do in life. I really enjoy my children that I teach. I really enjoy teaching. All that kind of stuff was just amazing to me. I didn't find it really tiring. Obviously you get tired as a teacher, as in every single job that's out there, but it was mainly the people I was working with and the time. They gave me such a hard time coming into being a new teacher. It was just really sad, but I just wish the best for everyone who's still working there, and I just hope that they find something better to be in, because the only thing you can be in this world is being kind. And that's what I always say to people is, it doesn't matter what kind of day you're having, be kind to the people you work with, be kind to your family, be kind to your friends, because you never know what they're going through, and you don't know their life and the struggles that they're going through. Sometimes being kind to them, being the best person that you can possibly be, will help them out a lot. And I just kind of lacked that for a really long time working there, and I was just really free when it came to the holidays, so that's why I didn't post anything during the holidays either. I was just kind of recuperating and just kind of healing from that trauma. I'm not really going to say too much on it, but if you are in my personal life and you've kind of been there for me throughout everything, thank you so much. And I do see your comments. I do see people still watching my channel, watching certain videos, and just kind of get help from them. I will try to give some help about 9 to 5s and stuff like that in a future video as well, just to help everybody else who may be in my same position that I was in. But I just hope that my new school, my new workplace is going to be so much better, and I just really pray. So pray for me as well, guys, please. But yeah, so I'm just filling in the last of my weekly spread. As I said, I have my thoughts and my recap at the top, and that's all I'm going to do for my weekly spread. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment anything you liked about this spread, anything you want to take from it. You can also recreate it if you tag me. Everything's okay to do, I don't mind. Thank you so much for watching. Just a reminder for subscribers, I am going to be posting on Fridays every single week, once a week for now on. I know I used to post twice a week, but I'm just kind of trying to make that work-life balance work for now. So make sure you check back next week Friday for a new video. Thank you for watching All Things Janelli. Peace out.